Hello my loves. Today we are here to do a Q&A video. I will be answering all of your questions that were left on my Q&A questionnaire video, if you want to call it that. But yeah, I just have a list of all your questions here, and I want to thank you all again so very much for 900 plus subscribers. I think we're up to 970 something around there. Really close to 1,000, and I can't believe this. This is crazy. I never thought I would get this far with this, and you guys have made that completely possible for me. So, with this video, it's hopefully just going to be a nice, relaxed, chilled back video. Grab a cup of coffee or tea, whatever it is you like to sip on, as long as you don't get, completely hammered on my video. I don't want that. But yeah, I hope you enjoy, and here we go. Question number 1 was, what got you involved with ASMR? Well, I had never really known up until recently that it had a specific name. I knew that I liked certain sounds that things or objects or people made. I just never knew what it was called. I also knew that the absolute king of all ASMR, Bob Ross. We have Bob Ross DVDs in my house, out the yang, and he can put me to sleep so fast because his voice is so soft and just so kind and gentle, and it's beautiful. So I suggest, if you've never seen a Bob Ross video, he was an older gentleman who sadly he passed away quite some time ago, but a gentleman who did painting videos on PBS a long time ago, and he had this amazingly gorgeous afro of hair. And yeah, he was just so soft-spoken, and I didn't know that that's what that would fall under. Back then, I don't think it actually was considered anything except just painting and very relaxed talking, or very relaxed speaking. But other people, now the ASMR has a name, I guess, or whenever it got its name, that fell into that. So now I know what it's called. So, saying how I got involved into it, I just knew I liked certain sounds. And up until a couple of years ago, I finally found out why I liked those sounds and what those sound and what the effect the sounds had on me was called. And that's what that was. What exactly... Next question kind of falls into that one as well. What exactly got me into ASMR? And I just touched on that. And the second part of the question is, what made you start your channel? Well, I just started my channel. Honestly, it wasn't going to be a spoken channel. It wasn't supposed to start out that way. My original idea was to be one of the ASMR artists that did the whole tapping, scratching, head massage type things, because I have extremely long fingernails that I like to do a whole bunch of funky designs on and things like that. And I was like, okay, well, maybe people would find that interesting, that there's really long natural fingernails and they're doing all this crazy stuff. But it got boring very fast for me, very fast. I think I have 2, maybe 3 videos up of those kind of videos. And to be honest, tapping on an apple or tapping on your desk for 13 odd minutes is the most boring thing in the world, especially if that's not a trigger sound of yours. So that didn't last very long, and I decided, well, I'll go in and maybe read something that I enjoy reading, something that maybe others would enjoy as well. So I did that, and I decided, yep, that's what the channel's going to be. And honestly, to answer the question bluntly, what made you start the channel? Just wanting to see what happens. I was just curious. It was like, if nobody watches it, that's okay. I'm doing it for me, and it's nice, and I like it. If people watch it, that's just as great, because I like it. On top of that, somebody else is enjoying it, and that's a great feeling. Next question was, how long have you been interested in ASMR? And the answer to that is like I said before I knew what it was, probably since I was a kid, I always liked the sound of, like, this is gonna sound really strange, but fresh green peas being snapped, like that crispy sound when that's made. I like that. And whenever my mom would just be talking, not like talking to me, but she would talk me to sleep so I could go to sleep as a kid. So I knew I liked certain sounds. And so I would say, since I was maybe 8 or 9, very young, I knew I liked certain sounds, and I guess that would now categorize as ASMR, right? Next is, how old are you, or what's your age? And I have no problem in answering this. I want to know how old you guys think I am, so if you want to pause the video right now, you can type in a number you think how old I am. I know I definitely don't get told I look my age because I'm actually very small. Very, very small. Short, very petite, and I look like I'm still in maybe middle school to some people. But yeah, so put your guess down in the description and I will tell you. Now, I will be turning 23 this year of December 2016. Yay for Christmas, babies. I know it's not technically on Christmas, it's not even near Christmas, but it's the Christmas month. Christmas, baby. Anyway. Oh man. Next question is, would you like to buy the general auto insurance? And the next part is the whole little slogan song, but I don't know if that's copyrighted or not, so yeah, I'm not gonna say it, but when I first read this comment, yeah. The next question is, did you just read that in the commercial's tune voice? And when I read it, yes I did, I even sang it aloud, and yeah, my coworker looked at me pretty stupid, but he's used to it, so it's okay. Question number 7 is, will you do longer videos / role plays? I love your stuff. Thank you so much for loving my stuff. I love making them, and I love shaping them up to be what you guys see. Or I try to put a lot of effort into it, and I hope that's getting across to you guys, because it means a lot to me, and you guys mean a lot to me. I mean, heck, you guys make up who I am on this channel, so yeah, it's all for you. Will I make longer videos or roleplays? Like I've mentioned in a few videos before this, it all depends on the script length. So if someone is to email me a script, and it's, say, half a page long on Microsoft Word or Office, whatever you use, keeping in mind, reading the script, it's going to go by pretty fast and probably won't even be a full minute. And that's with natural pacing. I don't like to put long pauses or drawing out words that don't need to be drawn out for very, very long. It makes it seem kind of, I don't know, to me it seems unnatural and weird. I don't like doing that personally. It can go good with certain videos, I suppose, but for what I do, it most of the time doesn't work. So, to answer the question fully, it depends on how long the script is. Super long scripts, like 2-page scripts without, double spacing or anything like that, yeah, it'll be a good length of a video. So, hope that answers that. Let's see. Alright, next is, can you do more yandere videos? Because I freaking love those. I'm glad you freaking love them, because I freaking love doing them. They're so fun. Yes, yandere videos will always be a part of this channel, just as a heads up, because of the fact that I think I owe it tribute. Not just because I owe it, but because it was the first genre of video that hit 1K for me. It was the biggest group of people that liked that kind of video. And, I mean, if you like it, if you guys like it, why should I stop making it? Until, I will say this, unless it gets to the point where I no longer like doing it, and it's more of a chore than a hobby, I won't stop making them. But I do like making them, so yes, I will continue making yandere videos. Next question is, where are you from? Now, this has... I tend to think things through a little too deeply, if you want to call it that. But, where I come from, do you mean where I was born? Or where I live now? Or where I lived before I lived here? But, originally, I am from Transylvania, Romania. That's where I was born. I'm not full Romanian, if you want to call it that. I wasn't born to Romanian parents or anything like that. My dad is Romanian Dutch, but he lives here in the US, which is where I live in the United States. That just answered another question that was asked, where do you live, what country? I live in the US, and as for my mom is African American and Native American, so I don't know if that deals with where the accent comes from or not. I just try to be very articulate when I speak, and I don't know, to me, I don't have significant accent considering where I live. All Americans have an accent, regardless of what they say. They all have a specific dialect to their voice. But me, I don't hear anything specific, so maybe you guys can tell me. Next question is, what are your ASMR tingles, or what gives you the tingles? So my triggers, like I said earlier, I like the snapping of like crispy vegetables. That's kind of strange. But that, and whenever strawberries or some sort of firm fruit or vegetable is being sliced or chopped on a chopping board. I don't know. It's crispy, it's refreshing, I like that sound. Another tingle is anyone really who has a deeper voice. Not one like me, but I mean like male voices that are really low. Not creepy low as in like, you know, satanic or demonic low. Not like that, but a real nice warm voice. I just find it very soothing. I can go to sleep so fast with listening to people like that. And, yeah, very nice, well-rounded, smooth voice. Next is, why do you like yandere especially? I like the fact that, I guess this can go for all of my darker videos. One, I have always loved anything dark and macabre. Anything that's kind of on what most people would consider creepy or spooky. I've always liked it because to me, there's a hidden beauty in those things that people tend to look over because of whether it be the gore factor or the creeper factor, you know, things like that. Not that I desire that, but I just find a hidden beauty or cool aspect of it. And that's why I like doing yandere, because regardless of what people want to believe or not, there are people out there that think like some of these people, and to be able to immerse yourself in a different character and try and put yourself in that mindset, to me is insane, and it's so cool. So I really enjoy doing it. Alright, there was the question about where do you live, what country. That's the United States, and they put a sweet little comment. They said, because you have a very cool accent. Maybe USA, but I'm not sure. If you don't mind answering. Of course I don't mind answering. Yes, I live in the United States. And for my very cool accent, thank you for that. That's very sweet of you. Next question is, any particular hobbies and anything nerdy? Yes, I have quite a few hobbies. I love art. Art is my passion. Besides voice acting like this, if you want to call it voice acting, I've always been faithful to art. A long time ago in a galaxy far away, never mind, a while ago when I was a kid in school, I was always wanting, and this is so ironic to me, I'm so sorry I'm rambling, but I have to tell you so you understand. As a kid in middle school and high school, I always wanted to voice act, and that was frowned down upon so hard at my school. My mom was always supportive. You know, oh, Willow, you have such a nice voice when you read. She loved when I read to her. and when I would just talk to her. But in school, whenever I said, oh yeah, I want to voice act, when they were going around asking everyone, well, what do you want to do when you grow up? It was just like, no, that's not a real thing. You can't do that. And so for a while, you know, as a kid, you're very impressionable. So for a while, I let them change what I wanted to do, which was the voice acting. And so I turned to the next creative outlet I could think of, which was art. I love to draw. I love to paint. Anything like that is beautiful to me. I do some digital work as well. What else? Those are my artsy hobbies. I like to take pictures. And one of the most used aspects of my art is my cosplay. I make every cosplay I wear. Everything is hand sewn and measured and drawn out, and, you know, materials sketched out before all materials are bought, things like that. And I love it. It's stressful to meet deadlines, but I absolutely love it, and it's worth it. And that's how I see this channel, as it's not stressful, but which is a plus, but it's work, and it wanes on my OCD, which I do have, because if something doesn't sound right or something's not lined up properly, I will go redo the whole video until it's proper, and then I will publish it to you guys. I can't live with myself knowing that something may be a little off. It bothers me tremendously. So, yeah, I see this channel as working it into a point where it's, in my mind, great for you guys. Publish it. You give me your feedback through your comments, and it's completely worth it. It wasn't hard at that point. It wasn't, you know, too difficult to do. It was worth it. Next question is any of those hobbies particularly nerdy? I would count cosplay nerdy. Yeah, cosplay. I love comic books. Oh my goodness, comic books. Yes! Yes, and I am a Marvel girl. I'm not big on DC. I know a lot of people are gonna be like, DC! But no, I love Marvel just because to me they have a lot more to choose from. Yeah. Favorite superhero? This is hard. Well, if Deadpool was a hero and not much of a neutral, he would definitely be my favorite superhero because he's sarcastic and I love it. It's so funny. He's so hilarious. But if we're being technical, Iron Man's my favorite because he's smart and he's sassy. Gotta love a sassy man in an iron suit. I mean, who doesn't love that? Favorite supervillain? I don't know. I mean, why am I acting like I don't know? I totally know who my favorite supervillain is. But I think a lot of people are gonna think, oh, it's so cliche. No, I'm just gonna say it. Go for it. Loki. I love me some Loki. Yes. And I loved him in the comic books way before I even saw a Thor movie because he was always a smart aleck, and I like that quality. It's so funny. But Tom Hiddleston did not help my obsession with Loki when he became the god of mischief. You beautiful man, you. Yes. I am geeking out so stupid right now. Yeah, so those are my hobbies. Video games. Love me some video games. I like to watch rather than play because I like watching people rage. I find it amusing. So yeah. Alright, to recap, what are my hobbies? Art, voice acting, comic books, and video games. Love it, love it. Completely adore it. Next question is, will you do a face reveal, and if so, when? When will we see your face? So far, at this point in time, I do not plan to do a face reveal, simply because I want this channel to continue to be about the storytelling and the roleplay and the voice alone. I don't really want to give a face to the voice because it's meant to be left up to you guys, the listener, to determine what I look like in whatever specific video we're listening to. So, at this point, no, I do not plan to do a face reveal, but it may change, you never know. Next, are you a fan of any particular series/franchise? Yes, I totally am. Particular series, At the moment, I'm watching on Netflix Orange is the New Black. That's typically something I wouldn't watch, but it hooked me like the first episode, and I binge watched the last series that they just put out. Oh, why is all I have to ask, is why? But that's a series that I like to follow. Also was a huge fan of Breaking Bad. Oh my god. Like, that series was so freaking amazing to me. Because it was so thought out and so pre-planned how things unfolded. It was great, and the acting was insanely believable. Gorgeous acting. Love the series. Just yes, all around yes, Breaking Bad, yes. As I said before, I'm a bit of a nerd, totally a whole nerd. I'm not a bit of a nerd. I'm a complete nerd. Series I like. We're gonna start with the British Broadcasting Service of BBC. Or is it the British Broadcasting Committee? Well, we're gonna start there. Love Doctor Who. David Tennant, the 10th Doctor, was my favorite. So I love Doctor Who. That's a franchise. That's a series that I follow. Sherlock, will always watch that forever. How Benedict Cumberbatch tends to spit out these lines that are completely long and insanely complicated will never cease to amaze me. So there's that. As for franchise, I wouldn't really call it franchise. I support Checkers or Rally's French fries. Them things are good. Like, have you had some of those? They smell like Krispy Kreme donuts. They do. But, I don't know about franchise. Series, I'm just gonna clump all this together, whether it's a series or not. Obsessed, probably to an unhealthy point, with Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. Yes, Peter Jackson, yes. I read the first book when I was in 4th or 5th grade? 5th grade, yeah, 5th grade, right before junior high. And I had no idea. I had seen, like, bits of the movie. I didn't really know what it was at that point. But I knew the characters. I had seen the characters, and on the book was one of the characters. But what confused me was it wasn't the Lord of the Rings book. It was the Hobbit book with Frodo on it. I'm like, huh? As I got older, I was like, that doesn't make sense. Like, shouldn't it just be like a drawn picture or something like that, or something neutral? I don't know. But yeah, absolutely love Lord of the Rings. Like, it's so great. You will later find out that fantasy, like that kind of fantasy, is one of my greatest weaknesses. I love that kind of stuff. I do like Star Wars, but the moment they started making it a cartoon, I really lost interest. I was like, what is this? Like, no, please, this is horrible, please, no. But yeah, I like me some Star Wars, Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit. These are more fandoms, aren't they? It's a series. I refuse to believe when anyone says it's a series. Yeah. Next question is, what are some of the ASMR artists that you like to listen to? I can't say there's not a lot. Definitely not a whole lot. One of them I know for sure is, I hope I say her name right, is P Pomo ASMR. Oh my gosh, I don't understand too much Korean. I understand a handful, but oh my god, the amount of sounds that this woman makes is beautiful. And she does some role playing, and she finds finding your triggers, things like that. She's so cute and soft spoken. It's great. So I suggest you go check out her channel. She's a great artist, and I hope you guys find something you like over on her videos as well. Another artist that I like is, let's see. Oh, I know one. Cardland Audio. Oh my goodness. if you want to find someone who's very well-rounded in the amount of genres that they expand themselves to, I highly suggest this ASMR artist. Carlin does an amazing job at doing roleplay videos, much like somewhat what I do, but a lot better and a lot more. He has a great voice, he's very convincing, and very soft-spoken as well, which I love. He has tons of options, and his main reason for doing these videos is because he knows that sadly people need to hear these things. Whether, someone doesn't feel like they're loved, or someone doesn't feel like they're a good enough friend, or someone just needs someone there to cuddle them. He makes those videos for people who need that thing and, need to feel that in them. And I find that very humbling and very sweet. So, yes, I think very highly of this artist. So please go check him out. I will leave Really, bird? I will leave all the artists' name in the description below so you can go check them out as well. I think those are the two that I really listen to. Sadly, I don't have enough time to listen to a lot. If you would like to suggest some, please be my guest. I will be more than willing to check them out and see if I can find something that, I would like to listen to. Next up we have, what music do you listen to? I listen to a little bit of everything as long as it's not country. For some reason, I cannot do country music. I'm sorry to everyone who likes it. I'm glad you like it because I can't like it for me, please. Yeah, I listen to a little bit of everything. My favorite kind of music? This is so backwards. I like heavy metal music, and K-pop music, and J-rock music, especially J-rock music, yes. So yeah, things that you wouldn't imagine an ASMR artist to like. Loud, heavy, bass, yes, I like it. So a little bit of everything if it has a catchy beat to it, but, oh, I know something. Everything except country and Justin Bieber music. I cannot. No. Just no. Let's leave that question buried. Bye. Next question is, what are some of the shows... Oh, this one's a good one. What are some of the shows that you'd seen as a kid that you would have loved to voice act in? Oh my goodness. Alright, I think I have one. If anyone remembers, like when Cartoon Network used to be bomb, when it used to be really good, anyone remember the show Courage the Cowardly Dog? The whole return the slab, that guy? Yes, I love Courage the Cowardly Dog. I would have loved to been a character in that because they were all so creepy and weird, and it was great. You can hear me like grinning and fangirling. I don't know what kind of character I would have been. Probably some sort of weird ghost with wings or something. I don't know. But yeah, it would have been great to have done something with that cartoon. I love that cartoon. Let's see. I don't know. Because the way I look at things is, it's hard for me to picture myself being a specific character when I already have liked a character that has a voice. Because that's how it should be to me. And that's how it was. I was and still am a huge Studio Ghibli fan. And the first anime I ever watched was Kiki's Delivery Service. So I would have loved to have been in a Ghibli film. That would have been beautiful. Let's see. I don't know. With all these questions I'm being asked, I'm asking you guys, what cartoon do you guys think that my voice would have been a good part of? I'm interested to see this. I really want you guys to answer that. I want to know what you think. Let's see. What comic book characters would you see voice acting? Oh my goodness. What comic book characters? Oh, I don't know. That's one I'm really stumped on. I don't know. It would probably have to be something new because, like I said, if a voice goes with a character, to me that's how it should be, and I could never do better than that. Oh man, I really wish I could answer this. I don't know. I really, really don't know. I'm gonna make this question fit my own needs, cause why not? What comic book / manga character could you see yourself voice acting? I can do that. I would love, absolutely love, to be part of the Attack on Titan or Shingeki no Kyojin series. I don't care who I voice act. I could voice act a little boy or an old man. Sweetheart, give me that, please. I love this series so much. It's so, again, God, this is gonna make me sound so weird. It is so dark and incredibly just mind-blowing, because where does he get those ideas? I'm rambling. I need to quit. Okay, and the last question is, this made me laugh because of how many thumbs up and how many people were like, I second that. You guys are crazy, and I love you. They ask, I'll just go ahead and ask the question everyone really wants to know. Are you single, and will you marry me? LOL. Am I single? No, I'm not. I have a lovely boyfriend. He's very sweet, and I care deeply about him. Will I marry you? Yes. Over the internet, yes. Wait, I need to be careful when saying this. Will I marry you? I will marry you in a video. I guarantee I will marry you at least once in a video. Yeah. I'm being silly. You guys are so funny and sweet. I adore you guys so much. So thank you all so very much for sitting down and relaxing with me with this Q&A. I hope it was informative, and I hope you got to know me a little bit better. For once, you get to hear me ramble my guts out, because I'm a geek and I don't know when to hush about geeky stuff. Yeah. So, again, I hope you guys like this video, and I will see you in the next video, which should be also published today. Love you guys so very much. Have a nice day, loves. Bye.